Two legendary franchises of the National Football League meet today at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The all-time Rams at the all-time Green Bay Packers. A must-win out of the NFC as the all-time St. Louis LA Rams pay a visit to sunny Lambeau Field in Week 6 of the season. Leroy Irvin is down the opening kickoff for a touchback, and the two-time NFL MVP and the captain of the greatest show on turf takes the field today. Kurt Warner, 728 yards, 3 touchdowns and an interception on 58.5% completions. His Rams, with Warner at the controls, are 2-2 this season and had a bye week to prepare for this one today against the 5-0 Packers. First down and a run to Dickerson, who cuts it back and picks up the first down for the Rams. Gain of 12.
Gets the call on the run. Gain of 12 on the play.
An outstanding job from that Rams offensive line. 3 Hall of Famers up front. One of them jumped early. Bob Brown, a 3-time Pro Bowler and one of the 18 Hall of Famers on this Rams roster out of the University of Nebraska. The guilty party for the Rams. 1st and 15, and Dickerson gains about 4 on the play. The Rams offense. Crazy Legs Elroy Hirsch joins Torrey Holt as the lead receivers for this offense. Phillips the tight end, Bass at fullback, and the 9th all-time leading rusher of the National Football League. You saw him there in the huddle. Eric Dickerson, Hall of Famer with the Rams and the Colts, leads the way for this high-powered Rams offense. He'll get the call again. Stuffed by Adderley at the line of scrimmage. Green Bay, here's a look at 5 of the 10 Hall of Famers of the all-time Packer defense. Herb Adderley, Willie Wood, Ray Nitschke, Reggie Wright, and Leroy Butler. Dickerson of the Rams are going to have their hands full today. Green Bay loaded with Hall of Fame talent. The Rams this season, 41% on 3rd down, and they need 10. Warner out of the gun, fires over the middle to Crazy Legs Elroy Hirsch. He got 9, but they needed 10, and the Rams will punt. Johnny Hecker, the all-time punt average leader in Rams history at 46.9 in his decade-long career in St. Louis and LA. Drives it towards the end zone, and that bounces in for a touchback. This is the highest-rated passer in NFL history, Aaron Rodgers. 71% completions this year, 1,219 yards, 9 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. He is 3rd in passing yards and is the highest-rated passer in the league this season, to no surprise, at a 115.1 quarterback rating. First down, Rodgers begins with a deep shot to Sharp, and one of the great sure-handed receivers in the league couldn't make the catch. The league's leading receiver anchors the Green Bay offense. Don Hudson to the left, Clark Kinkle, Jim Taylor, Paul Kaufman, and Sterling Sharp lead the #1 total offense in football on 318 yards per game. It is the all-time Green Bay Packers. Second down to the 20. 4-man rush, they'll set up the screen, and Taylor couldn't catch it either. Incomplete. The Rams rank a lowly 21st in total defense despite a whale of talent. Deacon Jones, Aaron Donald, Merlin Olsen, Jack Youngwood, and Nolan Cromwell. There are 7 Hall of Famers in the Rams defense, but they haven't played like it to begin the season, as St. Louis LA has begun the year 2-2. They are on the heels of a narrow win at home against Washington last week, 17-10. Check down to Kaufman, and the Packers go 3-out.
Completes the pass. Gain of 6 on the play.
Paul Kaufman is the all-time Packers leader in receiving yards among tight ends. He joins Mark Chmura and Ron Kramer as the 3 tight end package for the all-time Green Bay offense. Ellard from the 25, caught and brought by Leroy Caffey at the 45. A good return for Henry Ellard, and the all-time Rams begin their second drive at the 45-yard line. Crowd on its feet to root on the defense. They'll begin with a quick throw from Warner over the middle to Bruce, and what was such a popular connection during the late 90s and early 2000s. Warner to Bruce for the first down. And Bruce is the 5th all-time leader in receiving yards. Dickerson on the call, and he is stuffed immediately. In the NFC, Green Bay is the last undefeated team in the conference. Tampa will play New Orleans for the division lead later today. Washington has a tiebreaker edge over Philly in the NFC East, and San Francisco at 4-2 has bated breath watching this game today. Incomplete to the outside. As you look at the NFC West, San Francisco would only lead by a half a game with the Rams' victory today. They could take a massive edge with a Rams defeat. Seattle and Arizona, St. Louis bring up the rear of the NFC West. Late in the first from sunny Lambeau Field, it's 3rd down. Warner, the Rams missed it last time, and they'll miss again. Phillips is dumped immediately. And Johnny Hecker, 2 coffin corners this season. The 4-time Pro Bowler out of Oregon State will get rid of this one. And this one's blasted through the end zone for a touchback. The all-time Packers have defeated their 5 opponents this season by an average of 16 points per game. They have dominated the league this year. They begin their next drive with a deep throw intended for number 84, Sterling Sharp. It's incomplete. Nick Rice in hand, glad you're with us in a showdown between 2 of the most accomplished and 2 of the most talented franchises in the National Football League. Jennings dropped it 2. That is the 3rd drop of the quarter for Green Bay. The Packers at a scorching 43% on 3rd downs this season. Hope to avoid another 3 and out. Green the back, and he's in the block. Rodgers dumps it off to James Lofton, who's got the 1st down. Hall of Famer Deacon Jones runs out James Lofton, who's also a member of the all-time Bills. A 1st down pickup for Rodgers. On the quick throw to Sterling Sharp, he breaks a tackle to the 50 and has another 21 yards, make it 20, and another Green Bay 1st down. Two quick 1st down hookups. This is the number 1 offense in football, and they look much more like it on this drive. In fact, Taylor has the 3rd 1st down. We've got a man down on the field. Hall of Famer Aeneas Williams is shaken up on the play. The Rams relatively healthy this season defensively. One of their star defensive backs is out. Leaping catch, and Hudson couldn't get by the 1st defender. If he did, that may have been a touchdown. Marvelous open field stop by one of the stars of the 80s, Nolan Cromwell out of the University of Kansas. Green Bay already with 3 1st downs on this drive. Rodgers completes for the 4th. Ron Kramer for 7. Methodical drive for Green Bay. Rodgers on a deep drop, scans the field, guns it to Sharp. Spun down to the 7, it's 1st and goal. Sterling Sharp with his 20th reception of the year, 5 behind the team leader in Don Hudson. Jim Taylor, touchdown. Hall of Famer Jim Taylor has had a rough year for the Packers, but on his 1st carry in the red zone, there was no Ram within sniffing distance of the MVP, and Taylor has given the Packers the lead. Green Bay goes 80 yards in 3 minutes, and Jim Taylor is in for the touchdown. 7-0 Green Bay. The run-up from Mason Crosby, and he drives this one into the end zone for Green Bay. Irvin to the 10, and couldn't get much past there. Bobby Dillon with the stop of the 13, and he is the next Ram shaken up on the play. Nick Rice in hand from sunny Lambeau Field. The undefeated all-time Packers with 22 members of the Pro Football Hall of Fame battle the Rams today. Off the helmet of Dickerson, the pass is incomplete.
Number 29, the intended receiver.
The Rams and the Packers have a combined 17 NFL championships and 6 Super Bowl titles. These are two incredible teams. They'll close the quarter. Will the Rams with a screen pass to Dickerson. First down, LA St. Louis. Dickerson for 21. We've played a quarter in Lambeau. The Packers lead the Rams 7-0. Welcome into Lambeau Field. Nick Rice in hand, a showdown of two of the most talented and two of the most successful franchises of the National Football League. Both were born in the NFL early in the 20th century. Check down to Isaac Bruce. First down, Rams.
First down on the play.
With 15,208 career receiving yards, he is fifth on the all-time list in receiving, behind four legendary Hall of Fame players. Warner goes deep to crazy legs Elroy Hirsch, and that's another first down.
Gain of 25.
Here's a look at that play again. On the left, he beat Herb Adderley immediately. Warner, with a good job in the pocket, delivers a strike to Hirsch, who has been struggling this season. The Rams are just loaded with Hall of Fame talent at the receiver position, led by Isaac Bruce, Elroy Hirsch, and Torrey Holt. Check down to Dickerson, who crawls to the 15, a gain of 9 on the catch.
9-yard gain on the play.
Nick Barnett, who is in as the backup linebacker to Bill Forrester, who broke his collarbone, is out for the next month. He makes the stop for Green Bay, his second of the ball game. Inside run to Dickerson, who powers his way to the 10. It's first and goal.
Gain of 5.
The Rams have done a good job featuring Dickerson in this first half. The Hall of Famer, two-time Offensive Player of the Year, has been money all season for the Rams. Backup Marshall Faulk, crushed by Matthews in the backfield.
1 yard loss on the play.
Warner under center on second and goal for the Rams. Deep drop on a four-man rush, and that pass is nearly picked off by Barnett. False start on the offense. Right guard Dwayne Putnam jumped early for the Rams. He joins Hall of Famers Tom Mack, Bob Brown, Orlando Pace, and Jackie Slater as this marvelous offensive line for St. Louis, LA. Warner on third and goal, hit as he throws, and it's out of bounds. Wilkins, one of 11 kickers to make every kick in a season in NFL history, 17 of 17 in 2000. He has missed 2 already this year, but is now 6 for 8, and the Rams are on the board. 5:03 left in a back-and-forth first half. The offenses are starting to come alive today. It's 7-3 Green Bay. Adderley on a hop from the 1-yard line. Didn't get much blocking up front. Leroy Irvin, who's back in there, makes the stop at the 20. The number one offense in the all-time rosters franchise in Green Bay. Line up at their own 20, it's first and 10. The Packers, one of the original NFL franchises, established in 1921. The amount of Hall of Fame talent they've got is just unreal.
Ball carrier on the play. Loss of 1.
Jim Taylor, 1962 NFL MVP, was third of the all-time rushing list when he retired. This is an unheralded all-time great back. Rodgers is hit, and Larry Brooks has got him for the sack.
Number 12, the ball carrier. Loss of 6 on the play.
Green Bay with 5 Hall of Famers on the offensive line, but Rodgers has been sacked and hit on a few occasions today, and the Packers cannot avoid a case of the drops today.
Pass ball incomplete. 4th down.
It's been a brutal performance from these Packers receivers. 4th drop on the day. Kaufman wouldn't have gained the first, but certainly would have added yardage to this Daniel Wellham punt. The 2023 undrafted free agent turned into a superstar, drives it to the 45, and Elder returns for 10. Hall of Famer Clark Hinkle from Bucknell with the stop. And the Rams have first down at the Green Bay 45. Out of the empty, this is Kurt Warner, who goes deep right away, and Torrey Holt is gone touchdown, St. Louis, LA. Torrey Holt's first touchdown of the year, and he beat Hall of Famer Charles Woodson to the end zone. Wilkins for the extra point, and the kick is good. Kurt Warner and Torrey Holt, two of the great offensive threats in all of the National Football League during the era of the greatest show on turf. And they combine for the go-ahead touchdown for the all-time Rams. Tramon Williams from 2 yards deep finds a seam and returns to the 25. Taken down by Will Sherman. A star out of the 1950s from the Rams and the New York Yanks, where he was drafted in 1951. First down, Rodgers takes off to the 30. He's good at this too, and scrambles for 12. It's hard to believe Rodgers in his Green Bay career was just 11-10 in the playoffs. He's one of the most talented quarterbacks in the history of the game. Rodgers goes deep, and that is nearly picked off by Ramsey at the 38-yard line. Aaron Rodgers, a four-time NFL MVP, a 103.6 career passer rating, highest in football, also has the lowest interception percentage in NFL history. Rodgers into traffic, ironically picked off here at the 47 by Gray. He slips a tackle of Sharp and is going to go all the way. Touchdown Rams.
Touchdown Rams.
1.4 career interception percentage for Aaron Rodgers, lowest in the NFL and by a mile too. He was such a terrific, cerebral football player, being able to pick apart a defense. Rodgers just does not look as sharp as we're used to seeing. His fourth pick of the season, and it's brought back by Gray. Jerry Gray, a four-time Pro Bowler from Texas, ranked in a tie for fifth in the league at interceptions as an All-Pro in 1986. He had 8 of those that season. Gray with his second of this year. Williams out of the end zone is caught and dropped by Youngblood at the 12. All right, the number one offense in the league and the only undefeated team in the NFC has been completely overwhelmed by the Rams defense through most of the game. Rodgers completes to Lofton. A gain of 6 on the play.
Gain of 6 on the play.
2 minutes left in the first half. Green Bay closed the first quarter with a Jim Taylor touchdown, but has given up 17 unanswered to the second. It's a 10-point St. Louis LA lead. Rodgers is going to go for it all on a deep shot. This is a bit underthrown to Hudson and incomplete.
Can't complete the pass. Third down.
Hall of Famer Don Hudson is one of the greatest wide receivers in NFL history, and he leads the league in receiving yards this year with 466. Has yet to make a catch today. Rodgers flips it to his right for Sharp, and the offense goes 3 and out. This marvelous Green Bay offense held to just 6 first downs and is 1 for 3 on third down in today's game. Wellen drives it deep to Eller to the 34-yard line, and he is spun down by Hinkle at the 43. The Rams offense scored on one play on their last drive, a 45-yarder from Warner to Torrey Holt to take their first lead of the game. Warner looks right, throws it into traffic, and Herb Adderley takes it away. Intended for Hirsch, and the Hall of Famer picks him off. Herb Adderley, 6-time NFL champion. There is only one player in NFL history with more than the 6 titles of Adderley. There for the takeaway, and Rodgers gains 4 on the ground. Now, Herb Adderley, it to me is right in the conversation as one of the greatest corners of all time, with Rod Woodson, Deion Sanders, and Darrelle Revis. Herb Adderley was that good in the 1960s and part of the dynasty in Green Bay. Nolan Cromwell takes it right back for the Rams. What a weird close of the half this is. And he is shoved out by number 40, Cal Hubbard. 1:08 left in the first half from Lambeau. The all-time Rams 17, the all-time Packers 7. Warner's last pass intercepted from Herb Adderley, and here he is sacked by Nick Barnett.
Number 56 records the sack on the play. Loss of 8.
The greatest coach in Rams history, Sean McVay, calling timeout. 2nd and 18, Green Bay rushes 5, completing the screen, and Dickerson gains a couple. Barnett seems to be everywhere for Green Bay and makes the stop. 3rd and 15. Warner guns it to Isaac Bruce. 18-yard gain in front of Bobby Dillon, first down. Clutch throw from Warner. On first down, he'll throw it away.
Incomplete pass. Number 80, the intended target.
It should be noted, Green Bay receives the opening kickoff of the second half, and they've got a huge hole to climb out of. Down by 10. Warner dumped at the 48-yard line by Robinson. Timeout called by the Rams after the Robinson sack. The linebacker's second of the season. Marshall Faulk to close the half, spilled at the 43-yard line. Plenty of interceptions in today's wacky football game at Lambeau. The all-time Rams lead at the half, 17-7. It's the first halftime deficit of the season. We're back in sunny Lambeau Field out of Green Bay, Wisconsin, with the all-time Rams, courtesy of a pick six of Jerry Gray, a chip shot Wilkins field goal, and a Warner touchdown to Torrey Holt, lead the game 17-7. Adderley is down the ball for a touchback. To couple his great defensive abilities, Adderley is a terrific return man. And his Packers will set up shop at their own 20 to begin the second half. Nick Rice in hand, undefeated Green Bay on upset alert, is down at the half for the first time this year. Taylor picks up 9.
9-yard gain on the play.
Green Bay was outgained 175 to 104 yards of offense in that first half. Another number that for the first time the Packers are down in. First down to Clark Kinkle, and he is decked at the 31.
Number 12.
First and 10. Rodgers on the 5-man rush. He'll tuck it again, and this time Les Richter's got him for the sack.
Loss of 4.
Hall of Fame linebacker Les Richter signed with the Rams in 1952, but served into the military until 1954, turned into one of the great linebackers in the league. Rodgers against the blitz, beats it with the gain of 6 on the ground.
The ball carrier on the play. Gain of 6.
Rodgers came into the game with a league-high 115 passer rating. Today, his passer rating is 21. Rodgers on third down, flips it over the middle to Sharp. A gain of a dozen, first down. 90 yards for Rodgers, who averages 270 yards per game this season. Taylor on the call, and he is stuffed by Williams at the 45.
Number 31 on the run. 1-yard gain on the play.
Eunice Williams back in there in the secondary for the Rams. He is the lone defensive back for the Rams in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Two-time Pro Bowler from Southern. In cut to Lofton. He dropped it. Big hit from Richter.
12 has his pass fall incomplete.
Green Bay converted 43% of their third downs coming in, but is just 1 for 4 today. Rodgers goes deep. He had a man out there for a touchdown, and that really is fitting of the struggles from Rodgers today. Incomplete to Sharp. And Green Bay's Daniel Wellen, second best punt average in the season in Packer history in 2023, drives it downfield. He has 2 coffin corners this year, and it looks like he'll pin him inside the 20 again. The tackle from Anderson with the 16. The all-time Rams, 2-2 this season, have a 10-point lead on the road. Inside, Dickerson on the draw, picks up a yard. Davis the tackle. The Rams, in just their second road game of the season, defeated the Giants in Week 2, 17-3, and lead the Packers 17-7 on the road. Warner, slant to Ellard for the first down.
The catch is made for a first down.
That is the 8th first down of the ball game for the Rams, as Kurt Warner moves the chains. Warner with his 19th drop back of the game. He guns it into traffic. That is knocked away easily by Williams.
Number 88, the intended receivers. Second down.
3:06 to go in an exhilarating third quarter. Back and forth we go on the blitz. Here's Dickerson, who's been quiet today. Loss of 2.
Loss of 2.
Dickerson averaging 5 yards a carry going into the game, 4 yards a run in today's game. 3rd and 12 of the 26. Warner out of the gun. Pressure from Matthews, tipped, and Holt makes the catch. 24 yards on the completion. What fortune. Hall of Famer Charles Woodson, beat by Holt for a touchdown in the first half, had the interception that gets beat anyways in the second half by the aforementioned Holt. First down at midfield. That is some fortune for the Rams. Draw to Dickerson, who gets a block and picks up 6.
Number 29 on the carry. Gain of 6 on the play.
Eric Dickerson's start to his NFL career in the early 80s with the Rams rivals just about anybody in the history of the game. Dickerson with a flag down.
Holding. Offense. Repeat, second down.
2-time Offensive Player of the Year, won it in 83 and in 86, Eric Dickerson. After the penalty, the Rams are backed up to their own 47. False start up front by Slater.
False start. Offense. Repeat, second down.
This is a showdown between 2 of the greatest franchises in the National Football League. 68 All-Pros and 40 members of the Hall of Fame between these 2 incredible franchises. Falk on the call, and he is dragged down to the Packer 49. That brings up a 3rd down for St. Louis, LA. The Rams are just 2 for 6 on 3rd down today. Warner on 3rd and 9. That is an interesting decision. Complete to Bass, and he's out of bounds. (13 of 20 for 200 yards for Kurt Warner today. 1 touchdown and no interceptions. Or 1 interception, my apologies. Hecker drives one into the end zone for a touchback. 13 seconds to go in the third. The number 1 total offense in the league has been shut down today and has gone scoreless since the first quarter. They'll close the third quarter with a deep drop out of Aaron Rodgers. Good protection. Hit by Jones. Over the middle he goes, and Green has picked him off. The 3rd interception of Aaron Rodgers today, and he is down to the 41-yard line. This is a nightmare game for Aaron Rodgers against this loaded Rams defense. Kevin Green, the Hall of Fame linebacker from Auburn, who had a knack for the sack, 160 in his career, 4th most in NFL history. A pretty capable cover linebacker as well. Dickerson on the draw, closes the third quarter with a gain of 9. Fourth quarter coming up next, and the Rams on upset alert lead the Packers on the road 17-7. We've seen crazier happen before. Welcome into the fourth quarter from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Two legendary franchises, but the Rams lead it on the road by 10. Blitz. Warner throws the hole for the first down. Matthews the hit at the 20. Third grab of the game from Holt, who's gone over 250 yards this season and does have his first touchdown of the year in the first half. Barnett wraps up Dickerson, rather Ray Nitschke wraps up Dickerson to the 18. Second down in the Green Bay red zone. The Rams are 2 for 2 in the red zone today. They'll go run inside with Dickerson, and he is wrapped up at the 16. And we've got a man down. That is offensive tackle Orlando Pace, one of the greatest linemen of the history of the game. 7-time Pro Bowler out of Ohio State. Anchored the left side of the line during the greatest show on turf, but the Rams led the league in yardage 3 years in a row from 99 to 2001. Pace is out. Andrew Whitworth will take his spot. And after the Marshall Faulk run, Whitworth and the Rams will have to settle for a field goal. This is Wilkins from 36, and the kick is good.
The field goal is good.
20-7, the lead for the all-time Rams with 6:16 remaining in the game. The kickoff sails to Tramon Williams. He was wrapped up at the 18-yard line by Maxie Barnes.
Number 38 on the return.
6:12 remaining, Dick Rice in hand. Sunny Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Part of a loaded Week 6 docket of the all-time rosters franchise. Fake to Hudson. Rodgers completes to Taylor to begin the drive in a pickup of 8.
With the pass complete. Gain of 7.
Well, if the Packers are going to come back in this one, they're going to need a touchdown, and they're going to need it now. Rodgers, another overthrow.
Number 12 can't complete the pass.
The receivers did not help out Aaron Rodgers with critical drops in the first half, but he just has not looked anything like himself in today's game. 3 interceptions, tying for the most he's ever had in his NFL career. Kaufman with the gain of 6. Now, if the Packers are going to come back, it will be by the passing game. They have plenty of talent to do it. Hall of Famers Don Hudson and James Lofton, part of a loaded receiving corps. There's Davante Adams with his first catch and a first down for Green Bay. Davante Adams in the top 10 in touchdowns in NFL history among wide receivers. He is a home run threat every time. That pass incomplete to Adams, rather Lofton, knocked away at the 45-yard line by Robertson. James Lofton, Don Hudson, Davante Adams, Sterling Sharp, Greg Jennings, and Donald Driver, the receivers for Green Bay. Rodgers is going deep, a bit underthrown and incomplete to Sharp. Ramsey in the coverage. 4:41 remaining in the game. Green Bay 3rd and 10 here. If they don't convert this, they may want to go for it on 4th down. Rodgers is looking deep. He's going to take a shot downfield again, and this one is incomplete.
Number 12 goes incomplete.
Indeed, the Packers are going to keep the offense out there to try their first 4th down of the year. Desperate times for Green Bay. 4-man rush. Rodgers is looking and throws to an open Kaufman. First down.
Number 12
A big play in the clutch with the Packers' all-time leader in receiving among tight ends, Paul Kaufman, a 3-time Pro Bowler out of Kansas State. 4 minutes remaining in the game. Green Bay's got to punch this one in. Rodgers on a 4-man rush. Stands in, and he'll tuck it and run again. And lunges to the 24-yard line. 30 yards on 4 carries. That gives Rodgers well over 100 yards rushing this season. Rodgers is back at the 24-yard line. Hit and taken down. He did get rid of the ball, but Rodgers is down. Andy Robustelli drove right into his chest, number 84, and Rodgers will leave the game with 3:40 to go. His backup right now is the Hall of Famer from Alabama in Bart Starr. 3rd and 1, and Starr takes the reins late in the game, throws to Hudson to the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Another former star football player out of Alabama, Don Hudson, reels in the critical touchdown from Starr. And the Packers are back in it late in the 4th quarter. Hudson's 5th touchdown of the year. Hold from Starr, and the kick is good. Well, the Packers have been mulling all year about who their backup quarterback would be. Well, Bart Starr came in a big way and immediately pays dividends for Green Bay. 1966 NFL MVP, 2-time Super Bowl MVP, and has the 2nd highest passer rating in the playoffs of any quarterback in the history of the game. Irvin returns at the 18, and the Rams take over up by 6. First down. Green Bay lines up in a 4-man front to begin the drive. Quick drop, and Warner throws it to Higbee on the sideline. Caught but out of bounds.
Number 13 can't complete the pass. 2nd down.
The Rams in position to pull off a shocking upset. They need just a few first downs and have one of the great running backs in the game to do it. Eric Dickerson hit and taken down by Robinson.
Number 29, the ball carrier on the play. 1-yard loss on the play.
Led by Robinson, the Packers were the best total defense in football in 1967. They did it again in 1976. After the hit, the Rams would love to convert this. Otherwise, Green Bay should get the ball back late in the game. With 2 on the play clock, they'll go run with Falk, and he is taken down to the 20 by Matthews. Johnny Hecker to punt. Willie Wood, the Hall of Fame defensive back out of USC, 5-time NFL champion and a 2-time Super Bowl champion. He's deep to return. Hecker gets rid of it cleanly. This is some punt all the way downfield. It is 49 yards on the punt. Wood, the return, loses the football, and Youngblood recovers. He slips a tackle at the 30. Youngblood with a track of the end zone, dragged down by Williams at the 3. A devastating fumble. Was he down by contact? Very close. Ripped away by Irvin and picked up by Youngblood. That may have just sealed the game. There is no challenge on the field, so this is indeed a fumble. It looked very, very close from Willie Wood. Devastating turnover with Green Bay having a chance to take the lead with Starr. Now they're hoping for a turnover. Here's Dickerson on the call, and Eric Dickerson is in for the touchdown. Eric Dickerson's 4th rushing touchdown of the season. And the Rams are going to keep the offense out there for 2. Torrey Holt and Elroy Hirsch in as the receivers for the Rams. Dick Bass and Eric Dickerson in the backfield. Dickerson dives in the end zone. 2-pointer is good. And here is the kickoff. Green Bay's chances of a comeback may have just been thwarted there. Adderley races across the 20, and Cooper Kupp knocks him down to the 23, and Adderley is shaken up with what appears to be a shoulder injury. He'll leave the game with 1:41 to go. Bart Starr anchored the championship and dynastic franchise of the 60s for Green Bay. He finds Sterling Sharp over the middle for 11. Head coach Vince Lombardi had been mulling whether or not the backup should be Starr or Farr, but he certainly was hoping he'd never be in this situation. Aaron Rodgers is out and has sustained an injury that will leave him out for the remainder of the game. Join the all-time roster franchise on Monday morning for an official injury report for Rodgers. His status going forward is up in the air. Starr on 2nd down to the 34-yard line, completes to Hudson, and he is wrapped up at the 42. We've got a man down. That is Leroy Irvin. And off the timeout from the Rams, it is 3rd and 2 Green Bay with 1:20 remaining in the game. Stars look comfortable on this drive. Blitz, hit as he throws. There's Lofton. First down and a gain of 5.
Number 80 with the reception. First down on the play.
First down to the 47. Star against the blitz, hit as he throws, and open Kaufman for another first down. The tackle from Will Sherman. Star, despite Favre having the best preseason out of all quarterbacks for Green Bay, including Rodgers, is the quarterback in today. Offside on the Rams. That is the 5th flag of the day against St. Louis, LA. 1st and 5 now for Green Bay. Brett Favre, many I'm sure expected him to be in as the number 2 instead of Bart Starr, but Starr is in right now, the 5-time champion. Starr lobs it. That is caught but out of bounds by Devontae Adams. Of course, Brett Favre, not only a NFL Iron Man playing in all but one of a possible Green Bay games throughout his career in the 90s and 2000s, but also one of the great gunslingers in the history of the game. This jump ball to Hudson is incomplete with 38 seconds to go.
Number 14, the intended target on the play.
Green Bay next week will play one of Favre's former teams, the all-time Vikings in Minnesota. Meanwhile, the Rams are back on the road to battle Dallas in Week 7. Incomplete, knocked away by Ramsey again.
Number 14, the intended receiver on the play.
Star and the Packers have cooled off here and now face 4th and 5. Any chance of a comeback down to this. Star looks. He's got a man out there. Hudson's wide open, but he throws it short to Sharp. It's incomplete. And that will end the game. The all-time Rams deliver Green Bay their first defeat of the season, led by Kurt Warner, who goes over 200 yards. The all-time Rams win this one in Lambeau, 28-14. This is the all-time rosters franchise with Charge Group 95.